식사? 아이, 뭐 이 시간에 나와 있는 걸로도 짜증나니까.
Hello everyone! Okay, let's get straight to the point. Outis and Heathcliff. Oh my god. Molten told me, or I told me Outis is really good, so yeah. We're pulling. I don't know if I'll have good luck with this. I doubt it. I don't have that many. What the fuck?! Okay. Okay. It's a dupe of Don Quixote. What the fuck? Anyway. I have a few more pulls. I can totally get her. I can totally get Outis. I can totally get her. I will not get her. I haven't even done my mirror dungeon yet, so I might be lacking. Yep. Oh, hello to Roshu! Alright, we have to do the singles then. I swear to God. Please let something happen. Please. Okay, that's enough singles. Wait, how much do I have? I have 115. 115 times 2. 230, 230. I don't think that'll be enough, so I'll be right back after doing mirror dungeons. Alright, I'm back. I didn't get enough for a 10 pull. I shouldn't have done singles, but you know what? It's fine. Gotta do more singles. Come on, Outis. Or Heath, I don't care. Oh, what the fuck?! Dang it! Dang it! Please, give me Heathcliff or Outis. Hi, Roshu, I appreciate your presence. Please, just a little bit more. Please. Oh, for the love of God, please. Hi, Ishmael. Hi, Roshu! Oof, it's almost a full 10 pull. You know what? Let's see if I can... Let's see if I can just exchange it. Let's see, 134. Oh no, I can't do math. 134 times 2, that is 268 plus 168. Oh crap, where is it? 168. That's 436. 400 minus 100. 36 is 264. Divided by 2. 132. Okay. It's good. Wait. Gotta make sure I do my math correctly. I didn't do it correctly. Okay. 116. Alright. Come home to me, Outis. Ha. Oh god. Okay, just a little bit. How much more do you want? 5 more. Okay. Yay, Outis. Actually, I'm mostly doing this for the Roshu. Let's go! pretty. Alright, time to uptie her. Where is she? Nope, that's the wrong one.
돌아가기 위한 과정은 아직까지도 험난합니다.
Wait! Rashu! 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 Oh my god! Okay. I gotta read through it. A hollow train. A spatter of prismatic sparks flies, briefly illuminating the hushed train car of guts and gore. 3 children emerge into the enclosure as though transported inside by the light. Captain Outis, are you of absolute certitude that us 3 should be sufficient for this task? Why ever have you decided to not involve those waiting outside? The other child asks with apparent exhaustion, but this child is not one to be swayed. No, new recruits are unfit to deal with a train like this. It's not like we're here to clean up the usual suicidal types, are we? The BS duty only get in our way. Dang it. I need to find a way to differentiate my Outis voice and the Russia voice. If the passengers have retained enough sense to barricade themselves behind the train doors, then it is likely that they also retained a degree of intelligence. Keep your guards up. Today was supposed to be a day for new recruits to get one of their first tastes of fieldwork. The child had been preparing herself to employ her stern, commanding voice against the new recruits, who will doubtless show frustrating degrees of clumsiness commonly seen with trainees on their first jobs, but the situation inside the warp train they saw through the surveillance camera was more dire than anyone had expected. Through the camera feed, they saw a passenger dressed in a mantle of his own hide and makeshift crown. There were several passengers playing royal guards, patrolling the train entrance as well. It appeared that those who could still manage to amble had endured the eons in the train by building a new civilization with new bizarre rules of their own. The child was certain that this was too much for the new recruits, who probably hadn't even learned the basic manuals by heart to handle. And that is why the child decided to enter this train only with L3 agents. There has been an increasing frequency of trains with such unique dispositions, to say nothing of the ever-growing delays on arrivals. What are the captain's thoughts on these developments? It's because they slashed ticket prices and expanded the economy seats. More passengers equals more bad apples among the bunch. It's hardly a surprise that we're getting stranger variety of passengers. Yet that may be hardly an exception for the increasingly recurrent delays. Must be the aftermath of the incident on the train they told us not to talk about. That's why those idiots riding first class. Enough. We have all been giving a non-disclosure order. Let's not go poking in the hornet's nest for no reason. I'll accept it, as long as this gives me more opportunity to study art. The child had an inkling as to what might have happened. First-class ticket sales have been steadily declining ever since the incident from a few years ago. Something irreversible must have happened on one of the first-class cabins. But the children, who were but lowly employees, had no way of knowing exactly occurred in there. Only the higher-ups at W Corp would be privy to such information. The child also knew that employees trying to dig into such truths would be, for the wing, cause for an incident greater than the incident itself. If they're just going to let this problem fester, well, they do when the employees completely burn out. The child absent-mindedly blurted out what was on her mind before shaking her head dismissively. That's enough chit-chat. Let's get started. She sighed and opened her employee manual. These thoughts don't help anyone, not herself, nor her subordinates. Ripping space while the train is in operation may interfere with the dimensional coordinates. Once the train has come to a stop, employee hibernation pods must not... wrong page. A multitude there are still of clauses I understand ill. The exhausted child comments, glancing at the manual. WC, still trying to read between the lines. Like I said, enough with the chatter. Here it is. Standard cleanup for factionalized type is an hour. We'll be cutting it close to the next arrival. Crew, to positions. Let's wrap this up ASAP. The child's command is clear, concise, and effective. When a door latched in place by a mess of tangled veins and flesh blocked their path, she swiftly commanded them to open a dimensional rift. Every time a particularly nasty passenger appeared, she gave each of her subordinates maneuvers that best fit their weapons' specializations. I'll give you extra time to observe this gallery once we're done patching our passengers together, so let's get to it. Good. Because she knew that the smoking child did not enjoy spoiling the passengers, she was given the vein and flesh collection duty. Yi-sang, you're charged with clearing a path forward. Focus on neutralizing the passengers. That appears patently preferable to the work assigned to my colleague. And because she knew the disposition of the sunken-eyed child, she let him take care of battling the passengers. There might be an ambush, so keep your charge barriers up. Rip space every time you got enough charge to tear open barricaded doors. Thanks to the child's methodical and systematic employment of her subordinates and their W Corp issued weapons, her team usually blitzes through the train cars at a much faster pace than the estimates written on the employee manual. We're ahead of schedule again. After 30 minutes of non-stop cleanup work, the child finally signaled them to stop. A decision made in consideration of their weapons' charge levels and their wielders' growing fatigue. Let's take 5. The long-awaited. The sleep-deprived child promptly closes his eyes in welcomed relief. The other child takes this chance to pull out a new cigarette. The passengers of this car are all diced in interesting shapes. It's evidence that the passengers use certain cars as prisons or torture dungeons. These signs are often discovered among passengers who have created factions. Will you not rest your legs to relieve yourself of this weariness, Captain? Don't mind me. I'm resting in my own way. This is just a habit of mine. No, the child wasn't resting. She was piecing together the shredded parts of the passengers. She used her weapons charges efficiently, so they won't be losing their charges anytime soon. Besides, it would take more work than that for her to need a real I cannot speak. A part of this behavior was that she wanted the other children to rest, yes, but another part of it was that she wanted to get as much work done as possible. That's when the child felt a nigh imperceptible tremor under her feet. She perked her ears. There were sounds of several feet rushing over to this location. Odd has been making an odd commotion from that direction. I hear it as well. Our position's been compromised. A passenger decorated in blood-painted bones shambled into their view, flinging chunks of flesh all over them, as if to confirm their suspicions. Conceited for an unfinished piece. The other child, cigarette still in her mouth, rises from her seat before a hand stops her. The child was the one who stopped her, seeing the undercharged state of her weapon. What? Don't get yourself killed swinging that undercharged weapon around. The artistic merit of my DDEDR shines only when my blood drenches its. Denied. Take a seat if you're even remotely serious about using that weapon. Leave this one to me. Violet glow dances around the child's gauntlets before a powerful materialization of force gathers around her gauntlets, almost appearing to refract the very space it inhabits. And in a flash, the fist blasts the passenger from one end to the other end of the train car, exploding its body into 1,000 chunks of meat and gore. I don't enjoy jigsaw puzzles. The other child mutters with apparent annoyance, but this child was not one to be swayed. She turns around to give them an order, ignoring whatever complaint they had. 5 minutes are up. Let's get back to work. Every minute, every second in respite seems to pass by in such indifferent rapidity. Yet I find solace in the hope that our toil in the next train will consist of no more work than to teach our new colleagues the ways. Looks like I'll get plenty of time to admire the gallery while the rookies get the unfinished artwork out of my view. The child opens her mouth, about to give them a stern talking to about basing their optimism on practically nothing, before a fallen advertisement pamphlet catches her eye. 10 seconds to anywhere, is it? The warp train advertisement pamphlet endured the years, refusing to weather away despite the immeasurable passage of time. The child pulled her cap low over her face and placed the pamphlet on a seat. She looked away. No matter how much labor upon labor I endure, I can't seem to go back. Not in 10 years, let alone 10 seconds. The return journey is always so far and so unforgiving. She's so pretty! Oh my god! Oh my god, lunacy. Rashu in the corner! Let's go! I love it! Oh, I love her so much! Ah, okay, sucked at reading, but it's fine, it's fine. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'm sorry that this wasn't as exciting. It was miserable. It was miserable pulling for her. Anyway, bye!